Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. Hi, Emily. I hope you all are doing so well and really tuning into your soul energy during this time, right? Hi, Sarah. You too. I'm so excited to go over this today. So we're going to be talking about the Hawaiian Goddess Vortex retreat, and most importantly, that reconnection to the Divine Mother, because that is really what it is all about. When I first started working with this energy, my life literally transformed in a way that I cannot even express, right? For those of you who've been following me since the beginning, you know, you've seen it, right? Like it really is so amazing. For those of you who've been in my life for decades, you also know. So it is really important for me to share this. It's one of the reasons why I do it, because that Divine Mother energy is so palpable and so powerful and so connected to my heart. So there are so many of you who went to our last Hawaiian Goddess retreat, which was so amazing. And this time is going to be so different, right? We're adding in breath work. We're going to a different location. Like there's a lot of things that are going to be different. So I'm really excited about it. We've teamed up with some amazing people there that are about sacred healing. The whole land that we're going to be on is blessed. It's right over the ocean. It really is amazing. So we're going to get into that. And before we do, as always, let's start with our, I might need to put her out. Are you going to not behave? It's so funny because she just like does her own thing until I'm doing one of these, and then she's like, hello, remember me? Who are you talking to? There's nobody here. Huh? There's so many people here. You're so pretty. Okay, so let's go into, actually I'm gonna remove her because she's do you want to say hello? Look, do you want to say hello? Okay, 1 second. Yeah. Okay, here we go. No more interruptions. So everyone, if you would, please just close your eyes and tune into your heart. Unless, of course, you're driving, you can just do this consciously. And just take a deep breath. We set our ego and our critical mind to the side. We tune into the truth of our heart and allow our soul to come through. Setting aside all distractions, Archangel Michael, we ask you to be here with us now and always, cutting all hooks, cords, and attachments and dissolving them to the highest light. And just clearing our field, surrounding ourselves with the white light of divine love in the sacred space that we're in as women coming together in sacred sisterhood. Holding the space for the divine feminine to reemerge and reawaken and come alive on this planet at this time. And if you agree, then say yes. And taking a deep breath into your heart, we call forth the Divine Mother to make herself known in our lives, to acknowledge where she already is and to thank her. To feel that power in our heart of the love of the Mother. And tuning into Mother Earth, we're going to flow the white light of divine love through your crown, your third eye, your face, your throat, your heart, your solar, your sacral, your root, through every cell in your body, throughout all of your energy. And just establishing that deeper and stronger connection with your soul. And if you agree, then say yes. And feel this energy move down through your feet and into the earth. And then feeling Mother Earth send her love back up through you, your feet, your legs, your upper legs, your knees, all the way through to your pelvis, your root, your sacral, your solar, your heart, expanding up and down your spine. And moving this energy right up into the base of your neck, awakening your mouth of God chakra, the mouth of the goddess. And just allowing that gold energy to kind of penetrate and flow through your body, your mind, your soul, reminding you of your divinity, of your sovereignty, of your benevolence. surrendering all that's going on in the world and tuning back into the truth of love and the truth of the mother. May we be guided, may we be blessed. May we go where our heart calls us to go. May we trust, may we have faith, and may we know that together we raise the elevation of the energy on the planet. We say these things in the name of love. Amen. Emily, she's so big now. I know, she is so big. She really is. She's so cute. She's so loving. Okay, so I don't know about you all, but I do know that for myself, I long to feel that divine connection with the Divine Mother. So growing up, obviously, we were taught about God the Father, and feeling into that energy, and not really many of us know about Mother God. Not many of us know about that divine feminine energy until you start to feel it within yourself. If you've been following me for a while, or if you've just been following the path of the Divine Rose, then you already know what I'm talking about and what I'm feeling into. So Hawaii is all about that, right? When you enter that time zone, you are in a different realm. You're in a different reality. You're in this space of love, of synchronicity, of serendipity, and it feels and appears, because it's true, that all of life is conspiring for you, right? This is one of the things that I feel when I'm there every single time. When I go there and I plan something, it is just instantaneous success, because I'm receiving divine inspiration. So I actually visited the island, took my father for his 60th birthday, for those of you who don't know the story. And I didn't know how I was going to do it. At the time, I didn't really even have the money to do it. I just knew that it was something that I wanted to do, and it was calling me, like I could feel it driving down the road. It was aloha, it was Hawaii, it was the islands, it was all this stuff of Hawaii. And even when I was little, I'd always heard of it, but it always felt like some faraway, distant land, right? Like maybe someday I'll maybe get to go there. And so I know that a lot of us still have that energy and still have that feeling within us that it's just a distant land. It really isn't. It's so much simpler when you tune into the Divine Mother and that frequency of that energy and allow her to manifest it for you, right? It's not something you have to do. It's something that will unfold for you if it's meant to happen. The only thing you have to do is keep your hope and your faith and your trust in alignment with that it's happening. Do your part, right? As in all things, manifesting all things. And so when I was called to that island, it was just so much synchronicity and serendipity, the way that I even was called there in the first place. And so when I got there, I knew that I was going to need to bring back my women, right? Because at the time I had the Power Woman group, and it was growing, and it was just something that I was doing. I was also doing a course at that time. And so I had the divine download to do retreats there. And so I started doing that, and it has just been so phenomenal and so miraculous. And the transformations that people go through when they go is just so powerful, especially the dolphin swim. That was one of my favorite parts. So we're going to go through all of that today. I'm going to share with you what it entails, what it looks like, how we go about it, what if it's calling you, and we're just going to kind of flow in that. And this year is very different, because this year we are actually going to be there on Lionsgate Portal, almost the entire duration of it. On the actual new moon, which is 8/8/2021, we are going to be on the top of Mauna Kea, which is the highest mountain, and it is just the most amazing experience. You see starships up there, you see millions of shooting stars, especially when it's a new moon, because it's dark. So we're going to have our new moon wishes up there. We're going to be up there right at Lionsgate Portal. It is going to be so miraculous and so fascinating. And so it's also why I understood that this year did need to be rescheduled to that point in time, because when I looked at the dates and saw that the date that we were actually going to be there was the exact date of that 8/8, it was just like, oh, this is just meant to be. This is when we're meant to be there. We are meant to be there during this Lionsgate Portal. So if you don't know what Lionsgate Portal is, I'm going to go over that with you today also. So stay tuned. I'm also going to offer, I'm going to give a free crystals box, right? A Magic and Miracles Goddess box to one of you. I'm just going to choose randomly. I'm going to close my eyes and choose for those of you who are here till the end. So we are going to be doing that too. That is something that's so amazing as well. And we're also going to go through some different bonuses and things like that you're going to be able to take advantage of during this session. So thank you so much for being here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen so that we can go into the presentation. If you have any questions at all as we go along, please put them in the chat box. get excited, because having this to look forward to is going to be what helps you to get through what's going on right now in the world, right? It really is important for us to be focused on our future, for us to be still dreaming, for us to be still calling forth this reality that we want to experience in the midst of all this chaos. It is going to be one of the things that gets you through it. So allow yourself to dream and to be there and to feel what it feels like to step foot on the island, because it's another world there. It is just so powerful and so amazing. Okay, so let's go into this. Like I said, if you have questions, please, please, please just put them in the chat box. It is going to be amazing. It really, really is. Like so, so, so powerful. Okay, so I'm going to go through this with you, and obviously I'm still here. So this is the Divine Feminine, the Hawaiian Goddess Vortex 8-day retreat, right? This is an all-inclusive retreat. Every single thing is covered. You don't have to worry about anything except for your flight and also shopping that you want to do. We do all organic, vegan, vegetarian meals, and so it is all chakra-based as we go along, because as we go along with this experience, it's timed synchronistically to cover all the chakras, to really awaken, and we have the power of the vortex when we're there, which is why transformation and healing happens so instantaneously. You leave the island a completely different person. You leave believing in your dreams. You leave knowing that it's going to happen. You leave with visions that you had. You leave with yourself being a new person, right? You literally look, feel, we have before and after photos of everyone who came. They all look so different once they leave, and they maintain that. And even when life throws challenges at you, you have that peace with you, and so it just becomes so much easier. Amber, I saw that you raised your hand, so if you could enter your question into the chat box, because I can't see the hand right now while I have the slide going. I will be able to see it in a minute. I don't know if it was an accident. Sometimes that happens. Okay, so this is about awakening. Oh, that was your baby. Hi, baby. Okay, so this is about awakening the goddess within in the most powerful vortex in the world, right? Feeling the power of the goddess on the goddess island. The big island is a goddess island. It's the island of Pele. It is that fire goddess island. You know that movie Moana? Like, that is literally our life story. So if you've watched that or you hear that song and you resonate with it, you have to come here. You have to be here, because this is what it is. It really is so beautiful. So obviously you're here in the call, or you wouldn't even be here watching this right now. So this, where we have our retreat, is in Keakalua Bay. Now this might change to go to across the island, but both points are vortex points. So this is known as God's pathway, right? It's in the center of Metatron's cube. Like, this is where the island is, in the center of Metatron's cube, right? So you're going to experience this powerful Stargate ascension opening in the vortex during this experience, which is so amazing. I'm so happy. For those of you who are following the astrological events, we've known, if you've been following me, you know I've been talking about 2020. It was one of the reasons why I did my Rise of the Sacred Feminine, because I knew that people needed to clear out the most of their trauma, their wounding, before this celestial event occurred, so that they wouldn't be pulled into it. And I have had so many women who contact me and say, without this work, I don't know where I'd be, thank you so much. And it really is so important, because when you heal those wounds within yourself, you don't get pulled into all of the drama personally, right? Like, you see it, you can send love, you may be affected by it, it just doesn't affect you firsthand experience. So it's like being in that beautiful sacred space, and if it is affecting you firsthand experience, the second that you step into this divine mother energy, it is just a freedom expression, and it leaves you. Like, it does leave you. It does create miracles. So we are all about the eco-friendliness of everything. So this is in the vortex, and ancient Hawaiians go to this spot for a place of rest and revitalization. It's also where the king and queen energy is. We are going to be going to Queen's Bath, which is really amazing, and a couple of places that we didn't get to go to the last time that we were in Hawaii, like down in where the tsunami came, and there's a giant tree there that is just so, I call it the tree of life, because it feels like the tree of life, and when you feel it, you just become different. You become more connected, more loving. And also what you're going to find is that your manifestation abilities are heightened after this experience as well. So it's 8-day all-inclusive. The Divine Feminine Sacred Vortex Retreat includes accommodations, like I said, raw, organic, blessed meals, island tour days. Now, this is one of the things that's very different about what we're doing, because we aren't just going here to experience yoga or meditation or come together and stay in a retreat. What we do is we actually go on the island tour. So we tour the entire island. We have a private island tour guide who is a private tour guide to celebrities. He doesn't take random large people. It's not one of your the run-of-the-mill tours that you will have if you go to the island. You won't even be there. We're going to be with the locals. It's places that you wouldn't be able to see on your own. So that is one of the things that makes this so unique and so special, is that the tour guide that we have is a local and does take us to the very private local places. So it's all, like I said, timed, like the way that we have. Once you get there, you will have an itinerary that has everything that we're doing times to be places. We're going to be together the entire time. And it's just so fun to be able to do this, because we do a lot of, you know, modern things too, because I am a modern divine feminine. It's not just about the healing, like that's a very primal part of it. And then we also go out and we go to Green Sands Beach, which Green Sands Beach is a crystal beach, right? It's that beautiful crystal that is about spiritual awakening. It's that green crystal. It's so beautiful and so amazing. We also do a dolphin swim, which when I first heard about the dolphin swim, I knew that I wanted to swim with dolphins. And I actually learned about swimming with dolphins from Janet. For those of you who don't know Janet, Janet is one of my Reiki Theta healers. She's a master. She's so amazing. And I walked into her office one day and she had this beautiful painting of the sacred geometry in these dolphins. And I was like, oh, what is that about? She was talking about genetic upgrades when you swim with the dolphins. And I kind of literally thought she was slightly crazy at that point in time, because I still was like in my, you know, my programming of what is woo-woo and what isn't. And so I was just like, okay. And then years later, I ended up going and had the experience. And I was just like, I'm so glad that I wasn't like, oh my God, this lady's crazy, or these people are crazy that talk about it, right? It was true. I believed her because Janet was like me. So I was like, oh, there must be something to it. And so when I did, it really did happen. So when you're out there swimming with the wild dolphins, you have to follow me and come with me on the boat that I'm on. So make sure that you are where I am, because we are going to go out further than where other people go, because there's always this giant dolphin pod that comes whenever we go out there. And it is like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. And it's so beautiful and magical. And they connect with you, they communicate with you, they look at you, they play with you. Like, it's just so, so amazing. So we are going to be doing that. Like I said before, the Sacred Queen's Bath, the Goddess Pele Volcano. So the other option that we have, which is the retreat center that we are also looking at as well, is right next to the volcano. So it is very active with that goddess energy. And then we go to Beach 69, which, if you don't know what that is, it is a private beach that is just like you see in the pictures, right? And we have a little powwow there. We go to Black Sands Beach. We're actually going to be just a few minutes away from it, so it's within walking distance. There's also hot springs that you can swim in, which is so amazing. And it just really is so beautiful and so powerful. And even just having the transformation that you experience when you're there with your sisters, right? Having these experiences with your sisterhood, even if you've never met any of these women, the women that I call into being are so loving and so generous and so accepting and so kind, that we just create this portal for transformation with each other, so that deep layers of our wounding can be released, right? And this is also what we're going to be experiencing with breath work, because it is so powerful. Breath work is so close to ayahuasca that it is crazy how you'll have these different experiences as though if you were, you know, if you did consume the mother plant. So it's beautiful. And like I said, in meals and transportation on private island tour days, the only cost that you're responsible for would be the retreat investment, your flight and the transportation to and from the property, and of course shopping, which I know flights are really inexpensive now. So this is also what we're going to be experiencing while we're there. So the day before, you're going to fly in and get settled. Then we're going to have the meet and greet layout of the retreat, the celebratory dinner, and a divine activation. So that might happen the day you arrive, because I'm thinking of having everybody arrive in the morning so that we can check in by 3 and then do our meet and greet so that we can get started right away the next day. So then day 2 is the first half of the Goddess Vortex Ascension. So this is really tuning into who am I, right? Who you are, connecting with your soul, tuning into what you have to offer the world, having epiphanies, having awakenings. You are directly connected to spirit when you're here. So it's not like in your normal day when you go and you try to meditate and you have all these thoughts coming into your reality or into your mind. Those thoughts are suspended and you are directly connected to spirit, and you will receive divine guidance for your entire life. Like it really is amazing. So we're going to also do a mapping out of that. We're going to fully awaken our divine sacred feminine and our core sacred self, that core love, right? We're going to be able to heal. So the second day that we have scheduled activities, that's when we're going to go into the Goddess Vortex Ascension, the activation, the healing the inner wounds and limitations. We're doing past life regression also. And we're going to do a sunset beach burning sisterhood ritual. So what we do is we take all of everything that we are ready to release and we write it on this paper, and then we all come together within our sacred sisterhood circle on a beach and we burn it all. And so for those of you who were there the last time, you know, it is, I'll show you a picture of it. I even have a video of it. It is so unheard of. So we all do a chant and a song to Pele, to the goddess, to the divine mother. And then that's when the magic starts. I mean, people were having such spiritual things happen to them. There was a white owl that followed us the entire time, right? Followed us the whole time we were there, swung by, flew by the vans. When we were at the waterfall, it was there. When we were leaving the retreat property, it was there during the day, a giant white owl. And it was just like so many amazing things that were happening that spirit was definitely with us. Some people saw Pele, some people saw the island walkers. Like it was just so powerful and so amazing. So then after we do this, we're going to go to the sacred waterfall stargazing. This is the New Moon Wishes Fulfilled tour of the island, right? So we're going to engage the power of the island to supercharge our desires. So we're going to actually have our new moon wishes fulfilled on the top, on Lionsgate, in the portal, in the ascension energy. Then we're going to go to a goddess breakfast, the Queen's Bath. We also have another group, past life regression. So it may either be past life regression or future life projection. So we might connect to a future timeline. We will be doing that some point during the retreat because it is important to make the past life connections, to dissolve what's limiting you now, to connect into your core present, and then to connect to the future timeline of what you desire to live, because it's already there, it's already activated. So when you connect into that and you embody it and become it, when you leave, your reality transforms around that and you start to manifest things that you couldn't have manifested before, right? People manifested new houses, new cars, new relationships, new businesses, like all the things. And it goes beyond the monetary things. It goes beyond the manifested things. It is about who you are when you look in the mirror. You are a different person. You can see more of your soul coming through your eyes. You live more in your heart space. You know who you are more than you did before. It's just so powerful and amazing, right? So then we're going to go to Black Sands Beach, the volcano crystal grid ritual, goddess activation. We're going to do a tour to the healing stone, which is so powerful. There's a giant healing stone on this island. It is so amazing. Then we're going to have a rest day and dinner at Lava Lava Beach Club. It's right on the beach. It's a celebratory dinner where we all come together and we have this beautiful experience where it's all of us on the beach. There's a band that plays. The moon is so beautiful. Well, there might not be like the huge moon because we're going to be there on a new moon. So we're going to get a beautiful crescent moon. And then we'll have the stars are there. It's just so beautiful and amazing. We'll see dolphins, all kinds of different creatures. It really is so amazing to be able to have that. It's like a dream in real life. And then on day 8, we're going to do our sacred dolphin swim. This, you could snorkel, right? It's world-renowned snorkeling there. All of the things that you have. We're going to be walking through the rainforest. We're going to go to waterfalls. We're going to be doing a lot of the things. Everything that the island has to offer, we are doing. And like I said before, it's all timed in alignment with what we're working on that day, incorporating our chakras and everything else. So we're doing soul ascension healing sessions. We're doing past life regression work, breath work, meditation, and yoga. So this is a transformational experience where you will transcend not only decades and early childhood wounding, but lifetimes of wounding, right? And transcend that into your highest vibrational self so that you can live your version of a new earth, because you know when you're carrying things with you, you can't take them with you where you're going when you want a bigger life. So what we're doing is removing all of that, connecting you to that goddess, to your goddess, so that you have that for the rest of eternity. Because whatever you do in this lifetime, you take with you everywhere you go, remember? So then there is also a VIP option. It actually is 2 days, not 1 day. So it will be 2 extra days where we go and you have a private healing, private group. I keep this smaller because it is more intimate. It isn't extended. So after people are checking out for the general, we will have an additional 2 days. We do hot tub, rainforest hot tub immersion. We also do rainforest massages, Reiki massages. So after all of this healing, we go and we have Reiki massages with practitioners that are just so amazing. You come out of that feeling rejuvenated, right? So you're going to have private connection with me and Mira, because Mira Kelly is doing the past life regression. She is going to be there with us again during this time. She's actually doing the whole retreat with us this time, which is so powerful and amazing. And she is going to be there to be able to facilitate healing as well. So for those of you who don't know who Mira Kelly is, she was Wayne Dyer's past life regressionist. One of the reasons why he made so many connections to who he was from the very beginning of his soul, right? His incarnated soul was to bring love to the planet, which is why he was a master teacher. And so she assisted him in making those connections. If you haven't read her book, I highly recommend it. He talks about her all the time. If you listen to any of his audiobooks or read any of his books, he talks about her in a lot of them. So she is going to be there with us. You will have personal access to her with VIP, which is amazing, right? And also me too. We're going to be doing personal divine effects sessions and a lot of other amazing things that are not listed here, that are private, that are bonuses. So this is really what we do. This is what we do. Like, these images is literally what we're doing, right? There's Black Sands Beach, there's Green Sands Beach, and you see how private they are, because they are private. We also will have snorkeling, we have dolphin swimming. So we're doing these kind of things. And I believe the crystal is prehnite, which prehnite is that spiritual stone. It is so amazing, and it's just a natural occurrence. And you can see the whole beach is this. So when you put your feet in it, when you lay in it, when you swim in it, you just get activations like you couldn't get anywhere else, which is one of the reasons why I love this island so much. I mean, you just feel her right when you fly in there. Fly in. Then we have our beach burning ritual, and this is an actual image of what the fire looked like, what it looked like when it was finishing, with all of our releasing, everything that we were releasing in there. I have had so many messages from the women who attended, who manifested everything on their list, who cleared out everything that they let go of, who have been profoundly blessed beyond anything that they could have even imagined going and having this experience. We go to this waterfall. It is so amazing. And this is also our stargazing tour. And it is what it looks like. You cannot put into a picture what it's like being there, seeing it, feeling it, with the power of other people who are also on your same journey, right? It is really amazing to be there. It is like you're in another world. And one of the things I want to remind you of is this is also a business write-off as well. Because if you are a healer or a teacher or as an independent contractor, we are going to up-level you and your skills and your techniques. So you can write this off as a business expense, because it is, right? We'll even touch on business sections in there, segments in here, so that we can really get clear on who you are and what you came to do in whatever industry you're in, right? So you can write it off as a business expense, which is amazing, right? It is amazing, because we get to go and do these things. We have such a beautiful, privileged life, because we are here to bless other people as well. So remember that too, when you're thinking about that, when you're thinking of your yearly education, put this there, because you're going to get more out of this than you could get out of anything else in the world, being on the island doing this kind of transformation. Like, it really is so powerful and so beautiful. So remembering that as well is key in deciding. And so where I was going with that is I had some women the last few times. The last time this one of the women was like, felt like, I feel like I'm going on a vacation. I feel guilty for my children. And so it was, you remember that we're all connected. And when you fill yourself up, your children benefit. Right? Your children benefit. You're not going away on a vacation to be away from your children. You're going away on a transformational retreat to be a better mother to your children, to give your children things that your mother couldn't give you. Like, this is the reason that you're going. This is the reason that you're doing it. And the amazing thing is, when you are doing this work with the Divine Mother, she will watch over your children. your children will have an amazing experience while you are gone. And you will then be able to connect with them. We have Wi-Fi, you can call, you can connect, you can do all the things that you need to do as well. So just remember it's time for you to do for you what you couldn't do for you before, right? So the Lion's Gate portal, right? It is a powerful astrological gateway that will radically shift your entire life. So going back to everything that was talked about for 2020, right? The planetary alignments, the fall of the politics, the political structures, the patriarchy falling, the divine feminine now needing to take its place. What is happening right now is we are in this space where we are watching the deconstruction of the patriarchal system. And what needs to happen now is the divine feminine matriarchy needs to step forward and do the inner work to transform herself so that she can be the leader for the next generations to come. Something has to be built after this deconstruction. And this is what this is about. You are the divine feminine. You are being called here for a reason. It is up to you to begin to create this energy of building and creating a new earth with your energy. And that starts with you. It starts with the internal. So being here, right, and knowing, astrologists have been telling us that this kind of thing was going to happen for a while. You study astrology, you know astrology, you knew it was coming. We have eclipse season also coming up. We have a lot of things going on right now in the world that we could not have foreseen coming other than the planetary alignments and us knowing that it was going to happen. I'm sure there was still part of us that didn't believe it was going to happen. Well, it's happening. And what is now the next step? The next step is for you to regain your power and your sovereignty of who you are as a woman, to help as many people as you possibly can who want your help, and to transcend yourself for them so that we can create a new world. We have an opportunity to do this right now when we're watching the labor pains happen, right? Emily, so true. My family reconnected with me while in the home while I was in Hawaii. Yeah, it really does happen. It really is amazing. Okay, so it is an astrological gateway. The pyramids are built directly so that as the sky passes through, right when it gets to Lion's Gate, star Sirius is at its most powerful in the middle of this portal that they have built with the pyramids. And what ends up happening is that energy comes through and it transcends the people, right? It transcends the people and brings them into a goddess energy, which is why Isis was so much about it. So you really want to look into this because you will start to hear so much about Lionsgate portal. For those of you in my community, you've already heard about it. You know every Lionsgate this happens. If you did the Star Sirius Money Program, we did a Lionsgate activation that transformed you genetically. Now we're going to be in the vortex during this experience on top of the highest mountain in the world, right? It's from bottom to top, it's the tallest mountain in the world. And so we will be on top of there while this is occurring. And it is going to be so powerful and so amazing. You can feel it. You have heightened manifestation power. You go from being a vibrational match to the consciousness that you're at now, to having your awareness awakened and expanded, and you become a vibrational match to the highest frequency that's possible, right? Everything has a frequency. The energy of love has a frequency. The energy of hate has a frequency. A loving thought has a frequency. An angry thought has a frequency. Well, when you're in the center of this portal, your frequency is heightened. So everything that does not match it has to fall away, and that's exactly what happens. And then you become this new version of you as we go through the rest of the retreat. So it really is so powerful and so amazing. And being up there and being able to be directly connected to the stars this way, I've experienced this, and it is so profoundly amazing. Like, it really is. I had an experience actually where I took my son and his friend up to the top of that mountain. And for some reason, because of the elevation, we didn't have any gas when we were coming back down. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I didn't time this right. I didn't fill up. I didn't know, all these things that we ran out. It was like Deegan was calling it SpongeBob empty. So if you ever seen that SpongeBob episode where he was like below E, that's where we were. So I just kind of parked. And then I was like, you know what, we're just going to go in, we're going to say a prayer, and then we'll see, what happens. I don't know what I'm going to do. Couldn't get a tow truck up there because they won't come up there. I didn't have any cell phone service because there wasn't any cell phone service up there. So we get out and we go in and we have, hot chocolate. and we're drinking hot chocolate and we're standing outside and we're looking up, and all of a sudden we see a spaceship. And Desmond, my son's friend, he points it out. He's like, look, there's a UFO. And we look up and we can see it. And the reason that you know it is because airplanes go in one line, right? Well, when you go up and you see a starship, it's like almost like a bug. You know how a fly goes back and forth like this? It makes movements that no physical material can make. And so when you're seeing it and you can feel it, and we said, please just help us get down, get to the gas station, right? So then we were just looking around, saw some shooting stars. We get in the car. I had a quarter of a tank of gas that was just barely enough to get me into the gas station because the gas station was far away from where we were. And just things like that. And then on the same night, we're driving home and we're like going down the windy road and it starts pouring rain. Well, I was in a 4-wheel drive, and as I'm coming around one of the corners going even below the speed limit because it was raining so much, the brakes locked up and I started to skid sideways. Well, there's no railing, and on the other side of it is a drop that's like probably about 800 feet, and it's just water. It's probably more than that actually, because it was like stories down. It was probably like 100 feet times 10 maybe, I don't know. Anyways, so as we're like, the tires just barely catching, I'm like, oh my god, something literally moved us back onto the road and stopped the vehicle, moved us back onto the road, and then I got to proceed forward. Our lives were saved that night, right? And so it is something that is just so amazing and so powerful when you get to experience the connection of this island. When magical things happen for you, it then follows you throughout your entire life. I've also had other experiences in life where there have been close encounters, and it appears that there is a guardian angel that is just there that moves things out of the way right before my very eyes. So this energy will follow you and your children for the rest of your life. It really is so amazing when you not only dedicate your life to this, but when you feel it, because we're here in this physical reality and we're seeing the signs and synchronicities and the numbers and the things that we're manifesting. Now, when you're there, it's talking back to you in real time. Real time, you feel it talking back to you. It is so amazing, and I can't put it into words. I mean, that's the best that I can do with it. So being here during this time is going to change your entire life. So this is just one of the stories that we have, right? You can see her before and after. So this was before Hawaii and this was after Hawaii. And it does happen very, very fast. Now, the thing that was important to her was her sisterhood. It was the sisterhood that she experienced. See, she even says words cannot express what this trip did for me and how much I grew from it. So this is just one little part of what is possible for you, and you can see through other people's stories and their testimonials what their experience has been. So the sisterhood, really, that's one of the things that was most important to me too, because I didn't have that growing up, right? But having that here with other people who are like me, who are also gifted, who also did come here, who lived challenging life experiences, that came here to also be the change, right? Because you can't be a part of the herd if you're meant to lead. You just can't. So you get, kicked out, excommunicated, all those things, and we don't understand why. And you don't really understand that until you get older and you can put the pieces of the puzzle together and you heal yourself and then realize, oh wow, I have healing abilities. I can help someone else who felt like I did. And so that's why I love the sisterhood too, because you do develop profound soul sister relationships that will defy your old belief systems about being betrayed. You develop profound relationships with people who will have your back no matter what. And taking that in the world with you is powerful. Like, it really, really is. So you also want to allow it to happen, because when she's calling you, miracles do happen to make it possible. So for those of you who have already paid for your Hawaiian experience this time, and even the last time we went, you know that is true. When you have this knowing that you're meant to be there, it will happen for you, especially because this time it's not for 15 months. So 15 months from now, right, if you're watching this in June of 2020, you have more than enough time. And there are also women that manifested it last minute. So it does happen everywhere you go. This is also another before and after you can see, before Hawaii and after Hawaii. Like, she was going through a major heartbreak at that point in time, and it was last minute for her. She had been in my courses. She was one of my private clients that worked with me. And so of course I was like, yes, you can come, right? Like, we'll make room for you. And so she did last minute, and the energy that changed her, I mean, you can just see it within these photos. It is so amazing. She also was commenting on the soul sister connection, because it is important to be able to have that, right? That support and that love. So it's just there is nothing that you cannot accomplish and that will happen, that won't happen for you, that you want to happen when you step into this energy, right? So this also is our retreat. These are the kinds of foods that we eat. This is this beach 69. Remember, I was telling you about this beach. So we're all here. We take group photos. I mean, you can see everyone in the van. This is where the yoga that we do, and also the connections. It's just so amazing, the connections. You can see that there's a variety of women who are here. Most of them had never met each other in their lives. Maybe they'd seen each other online. We even had a few people that didn't know anybody that came, that ended up developing these beautiful relationships. You room together, you bunk together, you're going through this experience together. So for those of you who do have apprehensions about being exposed, about being seen, about, going places with other women, this is the place for you to do it, because it is going to break all those belief systems, those old world belief systems about a separation of the divine feminine and bringing her back to unity. So it is important, and it is about more than just you. So remember that. It's for all the women who ever lived on the planet. And then these are the Reiki hot tub massages that we do. And then you can see the before and afters from here too. And even if I was to get afters today from there, they would be even more amazing, right? They would be even more amazing. So you can even see Hawaii. We went to Hawaii in July. Let me go back. We went to Hawaii in July, so if you want to just look down here. We went to Hawaii in July of 2018, and then June, which was 11 months later, look at how different she looks. Like, not only that, she had her own business, she was moving forward, her relationships were healed, everything was beautiful from there, right? She's been doing this work with me as well. So it really is just so powerful and beautiful and amazing. So general entry from 8/3 to 8/11 is $69.97, and that includes everything. VIP from 8/3 to 8/13 is $99.97. So with this, you being here, you do get $1,000 off. So if you've already paid your tuition, if you've already paid in full, you will have $1,000 credit to use towards something else, or if you have another payment coming up or something like that, you can use it on that. So you will get $1,000 off. So you're gonna just want to email me at info@randina.co for payment plan options. You have 15 months to make this happen. You have more than enough time if it's calling you. You also will get 1 year of the monthly Divine Effects sessions, right? That's $1,164 value, which is one session, in-depth session every single month, which those of you who have had this, you know how powerful it is. You will get a Magic and Miracles Sacred Goddess Crystal Box, right? Which is also amazing. And you will receive that when we get there in Hawaii, or we can mail it to you before as well. And like I said, $1,000 off with a mention of this presentation. So this is not something that's for the general public, so please do not share this. This is just for this presentation, this $1,000 off. Space is limited. We maybe have about 10 spaces left. It says listed prices subject to change. If you're listening to this recording, just check in and see what they are, because, inflation, everything does go up. Now, this is what I was going to tell you to manifest this retreat, right? So you want to think of this. Remember, it's a write-off. So you're going to, hopefully, you are investing at least this amount of money into yourself and your business and personal development within each and every year, if not more than that. I've invested hundreds of thousands of dollars into my investment of myself and growing and becoming more, because it never ends, right? You do want to keep growing and becoming more. So if you're not investing at least that much now, I would put that on your goal list. There was a point in time when I couldn't invest that much, so I was doing every free thing possible for the first few years of my transformation. And then it got to the point where I could do things like $10,000 investments in one time. So you want to know that as you're going through this, as long as you stick to it, it does get easier, it does get better. So I'm going to help you manifest this goddess retreat or any other thing that you want to manifest in your life. So get your pens and your papers out, because you're going to want to write it. right? It's not just about listening to it and allowing it to become regurgitated information within your consciousness. You want to write it down because you're going to be putting it from thought to form. Okay, so doing a Divine Mother incantation is going to be very powerful for you. And one of the things that you want to remember is that when you do an incantation to the Divine Mother, she does listen and she does hear you. So however she is represented to you, whether it's Lady Guadalupe, whether it's Virgin Mary, whether it's Kuan Yin, whether it's Mother Gaia, it doesn't matter. It's all the same energy, right? It's the same energy, just in different aspects and different forms. So you want to tune into that, and that entails you writing out an incantation. Divine Mother, I'm asking for the manifestation of this for my highest good. I know this is for my highest good for myself and for everybody involved. I actually have a Divine Mother incantation that I can send to you. If you want it, then you can email me and I will forward that to you, and you can read it to the sky, and you will have profound shifts in your life, right? The next thing that you're going to want to do is a virtual and physical vision board. Now, this is really, really important to do, especially if you want to go. Virtual vision board is so much easier. You can even screenshot images of Hawaii, images of the dolphins, and you can heart it on your phone if you have an iPhone, and then it goes into your favorites. You can click on your favorites, and then you can go to a slideshow at the bottom. You just press play on the slideshow, and it will play it like a slideshow for you to watch. You also did receive a manifesting movie with this, which is also interwoven with brainwave technology. It's 432 hertz, which is the energy of the Emerald Heart, the Divine Mother. So you want to make sure that you are listening to that with headphones, because it is heart activation. So listen to that while you watch the movie. So if you signed up for this through the portal, you will have that mind movie or that vision movie that you can play and get into that energy. You're also going to want to engage the senses. You have to see yourself there with all of us. You have to see yourself getting off of the plane, looking around at all the palm trees, seeing the sky. You have to see yourself putting your feet in the sand. You have to see yourself hugging. You have to see yourself crying. You have to see yourself doing these kinds of things, because you will be doing them. You're also going to want to get Hawaiian candles, things that smell like Hawaii. There's incense, essential oils, right? Gardenia oil, plumeria oil. Like, you want to get these kind of things that you can smell that bring you there, especially when you're meditating, putting plumeria in your hands and breathing it in and feeling yourself there. The money will manifest for you. It will come for you to happen, because it's meant to be. And so it's going to happen. The only way it won't is if you are A, not meant to have this experience, or B, you sabotage it. So how about you just set that to the side and allow yourself to receive for yourself? Because if you're not full and happy, you are not going to be able to help anybody. You just aren't. Okay. You're going to want to eat tropical foods as if you're eating them on the island with us. So when you're eating pineapples, mangoes, guava, you're going to want to close your eyes and take a bite of it and see yourself there with us. We have breakfast, lunch, and dinner together every single day. On our tour days, we have to-go food from the kitchen. That's all the chakra-based vegetarian meals that we take with us to the beach, that we sit on the beach and we eat. And it's not the same beach every time, it's a different beach. Like, we'll go down to Waimea, we'll go down into the forest, we'll be on the beach. And the amazing thing is, because the volcano is now inactive from the spout of it, it's still an active volcano, it's just not shooting out from the top. There's not any fog, right? So fog is fog with the volcanic eruptions mixed, which kind of will tend to make it gray in the later afternoon, but there's not any fog. So it is mostly sunny almost all the days. So it was really amazing. I mean, obviously, unless it's raining, but even when it's raining, it's warm and tropical and beautiful, and the sun comes out right away. You're also going to watch videos of swimming with dolphins and Hawaii. So you want to feel into this energy and allow it to happen, right? The secret check, you're going to want to write that out, right? The secret check, you can find that. You just type in, you Google the secret check, right? And then you're going to print it out, and you're going to write the amount of money that it is. And you're going to put that on your vision board and see yourself paying it, at least paying the deposit, right? Sarah, my throat chakra is going crazy. That is awesome. Yes, 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 yes. I love that. So also remembering you're going to want to see yourself doing it. So if it's just the deposit, so right now there isn't a limit deposit. Before, you know, if it was closer, it would be around $1,500. But right now you could put a $97 deposit to hold your spot if you are serious about coming. Just email me. I'm really flexible about this. I know how it goes. I know if you're meant to be there, you're going to be there. It's just the way that it is. So you can also do that to hold your spot as well. And, you know, the times that we're in right now, some people might need that. We are not going to be here forever, remember. We are moving out of this. So October, November is when things will really start to move in a more positive direction. And by the time it comes around for us this time next year, we're going to be in a much different place. And by the time the retreat comes, we're going to be able to go. Okay. Okay, so you're also going to want to say to the sky, show me, right? If it's meant for me, show me. You're going to see the signs. Remember that, right? You're going to want to pay attention. If Hawaii starts sticking out to you, it's her calling you, right? If you start seeing Hawaii, if you haven't already, I mean, I've been seeing it everywhere, and I feel her when I know that it's time, right? Like I feel her. Like that's why I knew, because I was thinking, I was like, should I reschedule this and do it closer? And it was like, absolutely not. You are doing it now, and you're going to give them hope, right? Help them to connect to her so that she can help them through whatever it is that they're going through, because she will help you through whatever it is that you're going to, right? You also, the most important thing, after you've done all the manifesting rituals, one of the things that you must do is your prayer of thanks. When you get down on your knees at night, you say your prayers of thanks. Thank you for blessing me. Thank you for getting me there. Thank you for an easy and graceful journey. Thank you for the money. It will just show up for you. It will start showing up for you. You feel it in your heart and you know it, okay? You have to ask for signs. And also your prayer of thanks is going to be the most important thing. And what it does for you is just going to be so beautiful and so powerful. And it really is amazing, right? Sarah, she's like, I don't know, my throat chakra. So maybe that's what your next thing is, speaking your voice, your authentic self, right? Activating that. Remember, we did do the mouth of the goddess awakening, which is right behind your throat chakra, and they go together. So I would even start playing with that every morning, is waking up that mouth of the goddess, because that's where the energy comes through, right there, right at the base of your neck. And it opens up. There is an energy point there. It's a chakra that most people don't know about and aren't really talking about, just because it's sacred, so it's not mainstream yet. So you could do research on it, and when you start to activate this, you'll feel it, right? It really is amazing. Okay, so let's see. Does anybody have any questions about this? Jessica, I've been singing Moana for months. That's amazing. You also sent that at 11:33, which is an angel number. So I would look up what 11:33 means, Jessica, because that is going to be a message for you. Okay, so does anybody have any questions about this? Do you have questions about pricing? Do you have questions about anything at all? You can ask me and we will go through it. Anything you have. If you have questions, you can either enter it, you can raise your hand, I can unmute you, you can speak. Sarah, oh my goddess, we're going to Hawaii. Yes. I know, can you believe it? I'm so excited. So excited. Oh yeah, Randina, you can email me at info@randina.co for the incantation, and I will send it. I'll just send it out to everyone. That way you all have it, and you can just say it, you know, that Divine Mother declaration. There's also a book that I was just starting to read. It's called, I think it's called The Divine Rose, or The Way of the Rose. It's called The Way of the Rose, which it came up for me a few times over this last week. And then this morning, I kind of just wasn't really thinking about it. And then this morning I was on Audible and I'm like, what do I want to listen to? And so I went and typed in, I'm like, I'm feeling like the Divine Mother. Let's see if there's anything about the Divine Mother out there. And so there was a couple of different options, but the Way of the Rose came up first. And I listened to the sample and I was like, wow, I could relate to that story, because what happens for these people, this man and this woman, this couple in this story, is exactly what was happening for me once I invited her into my life. And she came to me, right? Like came to me in a vision. And ever since then, things, no matter how crazy they seem outside, it is like I'm magically supported and loved and protected so that I can do this work, right? Because remember, no matter what's going on in the world, you are still governed by the law of attraction. So if you allow yourself to get sucked into all of it, you're going to have experiences in your reality, and maybe your soul needs them to happen so that you can wake up and understand, and then regain your sovereignty, regain your power, and remember that you are the matriarch to hold the space for love, right? Amber, let's see, random question. Can I bring protein with me? It is vegan, just not sure if we are allowed to take outside food to Hawaii. You can, you just can't take things like avocados or fruit or anything like that. Annalisa. So you just can't bring like live fruit. Yes, you can bring that with you. Now, I would ask that anything that you bring is going to be non-dairy and no animal byproducts. Like, we want to maintain really, really clean bodies. This is also why 10 days before the retreat, we're all going to start a cleanse together. We do the Garden of Life cleanse to cleanse ourselves so that we can get ready for our new way of living, because we do have treats, right? We're going to have treats. We have vegan desserts sometimes, like we do have celebratory. However, we're not going to be having things like breads and things that will clog your intestines or lower your energy, because we want to maintain our high vibration. So we're going to start we're going to start the diet a week before we go, so that we can be ready by the time we are there. It really is going to be so beautiful and amazing. And it's just a blessing that I get to host this and that you all are going to be there with me. So I'm excited to meet you all in person, to be able to not only allow you to create the space to go through powerful transformations, but also to have that physical connection and be able to actually touch you, right? Like, it's so different, like having that touch of a spiritual experience. And it's beautiful, and I'm amazing. And I mean, it's amazing. I'm like Freudian slip. I am amazing as well. We are all amazing. So I'm excited that we get to see each other. I know, I can't wait either. It's so beautiful. And I already know who's going to be there. So I'm really excited for everyone. It's going to be so beautiful. And the next one isn't going to be until 2024. So this is the one for you to jump on, because it's time, right? It's time. So email me if you want to reserve a spot. Like I said, you can do a $97 deposit. It doesn't really matter at this point. It's because it's so far in advance that we have time to work all of that out. You do want to secure your spot if you're serious, because like I said, there are not that many left available. Maria, I hope you see me there. Yes, see yourself there and it will happen. Oh, I see what you say. I see what you're saying. Yes, 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 yes. I see you there. Okay, Sarah, I love you too. Thank you all so much for allowing me to spend some time with you today, and really remember to connect to that Divine Mother energy, because it is going to be what holds you high and allows you to hold the space for people who are hurting right now, because it is time for us to step into our powerful leadership role as light workers, because it's what we came here to do. And even if you're just doing it in your bedroom, holding that space, it's enough. So I love you all so much, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Email me with any questions. I'll get that incantation to you. And let's see if I have anything else in the notes that I needed to share. Oh, the giveaway. So glad that I just looked at this. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. I'm not going to look, and I'm going to choose the winner of the Magic and Miracles box now. Okay, so here we go. Wherever my cursor lands is who wins. Marla. Marla, you are the winner. Woohoo! You win. So email me your info. I'm going to need your mailing address, where you want the box mailed to. Also remember that we are still in this quarantine, so it may take a little bit longer. However, you will be on the list to receive your box, and when you do, it will be divinely timed. So make sure that you send me your information so that I can get that to you. And the minute that we are free to be out and about and do these things, I will have everybody's stuff to them, whoever is on the list for theirs as well. Also, remember, you can do the Magic and Miracles Divine Effects sessions. You can find them on my website if you want more information about that. When you do sign up for Hawaii, you do get a year of those for free, which they are also very powerful. I realized people needed as much accountability and support before we went as well as after, so it does come in really handy and amazing. I love you too, Marla. I hope you all have a beautiful day. Bye, everyone.